My name is Eric Cortina, and Barndominiums are my business. As you guys can see, behind me I have an existing foundation. We're going to put a Barndominium on top of that foundation. As you can probably imagine, the foundation and the Barndominium were not meant to go with each other, so we're going to have to make it work. This Barndominium is Leroy's, so you guys are going to have fun. We're going to have fun building this one. This one's for Leroy, like I said, and this is what he has. Okay, so we were talking about it one day, and of course he believes in the Barndominium lifestyle like we do, so he's going to get himself a Barndominium. However, the thing that was holding him back for a long time was this foundation. So he said, well, why don't we tear it out? I said, hang on, not so fast. Let's make sure that we can build on top of that before we go and tearing it out, right? So the first thing we have to do is we have to get the engineers out here so that they could verify the foundation and let us know if it was strong enough to build on top of it. Okay, so the first thing we have to do, they have to dig some test holes on all the corners so that they could verify the thickness, the rebar, all that good stuff that's in that foundation. So the good news is the foundation is perfect for a purpose. We don't have to tear it out. However, the porches that you see 3/4 of the way around were not poured monolithically. So monolithic foundation means it was all poured at once. The porches were actually poured separate, and the porches themselves are flat work. What that means is that they are not as reinforced as the foundation itself. So the porches we cannot build on, or the concrete the porches used to be on, we can't use them for the Barndominium. Now we actually can use them, but we have to cut out sections so that we can put our support beams in there. So obviously we can use some of the porches, but not all of it. So what I did today is I took some photos with my drone, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my office, lay the plans right on top of this foundation, and shift it here, there, whatever I need in order for us to do the least amount of work on this foundation. So obviously we can save Leroy some money and still not sacrifice the integrity. He also has some sidewalks going all the way around. Those I don't know if we're going to be able to save. However, the porches, the plan is, if it's too much work, we're simply going to bring in a backhoe with a whole ram, break it all up, move it out of the way. That's issue number one. All right, number two, as you guys can see, plumbing is gone, right? So the house that was on here burnt down, so the plumbing's all gone. So we need new plumbing for the new Barndominium. So as you guys know, the drain lines for the plumbing have to be below the surface, and they need to slope away from the house, and gravity will take care of the rest. We don't have that. We don't have room for plumbing. So two options. Number one, go in and cut out concrete everywhere we're going to have pipes. Okay, which, as you can imagine, is a nightmare. So what I suggested that we did is raise the foundation another foot. Instead of doing only 4 inches, go up a foot, bring in some fill, and that's going to give us another 8 inches that we can run our pipes through. And we ran it through the engineers. They said, yep, that'll work. The only thing we have to do is everywhere they have a beam, we have to leave that, bag it up and leave it open. I said, not a problem, we can do that. So that's the approach that we're going to take. So again, this is different because there's already a foundation there, but don't fear, we're going to take care of it, and we're going to show you how we're going to do it. So as you guys know, all of our Barndominiums are numbered to obviously protect our customers' identities. This one is Leroy's, so this one's just going to be known as Leroy's Barndominium. How about that? All right, so this is episode number 1 of Leroy's Barndominium build. So I hope you guys follow along. We are Texas Barndominiums.